With a suitcase, and I got a couple of bucks. I'm gonna skip this rhubarb, slide down the boulevard, and I ain't gonna take that dame with me. If you ask me, she's full of malarkey. And just as soon as it's dark, and I'm gonna get a one-way token. The first thing smoking out of town. I was in Memphis, Tennessee, and I was playing at Orpheum Theater. It's one of them old movie theaters, and it's right off Bill Street. And I finished my engagement, and I was walking out of the place, and I was on my way back to the hotel. And I looked across the street, and there was something open. I wasn't sure what it was, but I figured it was probably a cafe. And the closer I got, I was with Bruno at the time. Got up to the threshold, and it was 3 o'clock in the morning, and there was a clothing store open. I've never been anywhere at 3 o'clock in the morning when there's a clothing store open. And so we walked inside, and there's a place called Lansky's. And they had pictures of Elvis Presley all over the wall trying on suits. I asked to look at some hats, and they laid out about 17 of them across the counter. And so I bought a hat, and a pair of shoes, and a brand new tie. And I thought to myself, it was rather peculiar. You can't get a sandwich at 3 o'clock in the morning, but you can get a nice looking suit. I was on my way to Philadelphia at the time. And when I got to Philadelphia, I was at a Pennsylvania station. Well, this is a story about a girl I met in a bar. Stop me. Heard this one. Feel as though we've met before. Perhaps I am mistaken. It's just that you remind me of someone I used to care about, but that was long ago. I didn't think you'd fall that all night. You weren't born yesterday. You probably never talk to strangers anyway. Well, baby, I ain't a bad guy. You get to know me. I thought there ain't no harm. I'll try minding my own business. Who asked you to annoy me with all this sales repartee? You probably never talk to strangers anyway. My life's a dime store novel. This town is full of guys just like me, looking for someone to take the place of her. Have you been reading my mail? You're bitter 'cause he left you. You're drinking in this bar. Don't Only suckers fall in love with perfect strangers. Well, it always takes one to know one stranger. Maybe we're just wise enough. Been around the block so many times, we don't notice that we're all just perfect strangers. As long as we ignore, we all begin as strangers. Just before we find out, really are strangers. All about the kind of cat that would sell you a rat's asshole for a wedding ring. And all you gotta do is bend right over and step right over. Step right over, step right over. And everyone's away, they got parking. And that right of you too can be the problem. The quality goes in before the name goes on. 1/10 of a dollar, we got service after the same. How about perfume? We got perfume. How about an engagement ring? Something for the little lady, something for the little lady, something for the little lady. Something for the little lady, something for the little lady, something for the little lady. $3-4, we got a UN clearance, we got a white sale. We got smoke damage furniture and you can drive it away today. Act now and receive it, I give to you. Come in all colors and one size fits all. No muss, no fuss, no spills. Are you tired of kitchen drudgery? Everything must go. Going out a penny, going out a penny, going out a penny, going out a penny. Going out a penny, going out a penny, going out a penny, going out a penny, going out a penny. 50% off original retail price. And you can skip the middleman. I'll set up his ass with a frozen dish rag. But all you gotta do is bend right over and step right over. And you can step right over. And he's living it, laughing it, loving it, swimming it, sleeping it, removes embarrassing stains with conduit sheets. It gets rid of unwanted visiting relatives. Its newest improvement old fashioned. And it never need a winding, never need a winding, never need a winding, never need a winding, never need a winding. Wow, step right up, step right up, come, step right up. Cause there's a sucker born every minute, buddy. It just happened to be coming along at the right time. Step right up now. Stay proud. Stay proud. How do you do it with? How do you do it? 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 Volume, you gotta turn up the volume. Well, you heard it advertised. Now don't hesitate. Now don't be caught with your drawers down. Stay proud. Stay proud. Stay proud. Come on, stay proud. Just remember that the large print giveth and the small print taketh away. Downtown Los Angeles on 5th Street. All the winos affectionately refer to it as the nickel. So this is kind of a hobo's lullaby. The sticks and stones can break my bones, always will be true. When your mom was dead and gone, I'll sing this lullaby just for you. But what becomes of little boys never comb their hair, lined up all around the block. They're on the nickel and over there. And if you chew tobacco, wish upon a star, and find out where the scarecrows sit. Man, they just look like punchlines between the cars. And I know a place where a royal flush can never beat a pair. And even Thomas Jefferson is on the nickel and is over there. Ring around the rosy, sleeping in the rain. You're always late for supper, and then you let me down again. But I thought I heard a mockingbird. Roosevelt knows where. They're whistling past the graveyard, and they're on the nickel and over becomes of little boys run away from home. The world keeps getting bigger once you get out on your own. But you never know how rich you are. You haven't got a prayer, and it's heads you win and tails they lose. You're on nickel and you're over there. Two old red shoes, bottoms down. The rain splashed the nickel and spilled like Chablis all along the midway. There's a little blue jay, a red dress on a sad night. One straw, red root beer, a compact with a cracked mirror. A bottle of evening and Paris perfume was his sad tune. He told her to whip out a magazine. The take care of business, it seems. Bring a raincoat, bring a suitcase, and bring the dark eyes and wear those red shoes. Well, there's a dark road at the bus stop. Proud as the rains in a sad bouquet. Little Caesar got caught. He's going down a second. It was cool. Changing stations on the chamber to steal a diamond ring for his baby from a jewelry store. He loved the way she looked in those red shoes. Red shoes. Red shoes. Oh, baby, you gotta put on those red shoes. Washes memories from the sidewalk, and the hounds splash the nickel full of soldiers. Santa Claus is drunk in a ski room, and it's Christmas Eve inside cafe when the moon gets this way. There's a little blue jay by the newsstand. Red shoes, red shoes. Maybe tonight by the drugstore. Maybe tonight by the drugstore. You got a maybe tonight by the drugstore. Going out tonight. We're going out tonight. Going out tonight. Going out tonight. Going out tonight with those red shoes. Red shoes. Red shoes. Wear your red shoes, baby. Going out tonight. Wear your red shoes. Going out tonight. Your red shoes. Going out tonight. Red shoes. Going out tonight. Red shoes. This is all about a small little town in Northern California. All about a hot summer night. As the trucks roll by over by the Foster Freeze. It's about a young girl leaning up against the Coke machine. She's dressed up in a crushed corsage and a bent formal. She got her thumb out. She's on her way to a little town called Permachane. A licorice tattoo that turned the gunmetal blue. It was scrolled out across the shoulders of a dying little town. And every night it would take the one-eyed jacks out across the railroad tracks. The scar on her belly, well, it was the stranger that was passing through. Cat was just a juvenile delinquent and he never learned how to behave. But he knew that the cops would never think to look out in Permachane. The road looked just like a ribbon and the moon was like a bone. And he didn't seem to be like any guy she'd ever known. He kinda looked like Farley Granger. He had his hair all slicked back. She said, baby, I've always been a sucker for a fella in a cowboy hat. I said, just how far do you think you might be going, man? I said, well, that would all depend on what you mean. 'Cause I'm only stopping here to get me some of this gasoline. And I guess I'm going out that way, just as long as it's paid. I guess you'd say I'm on my way to Permachane. She put her knees up on the glove compartment. She took out her barrettes, and her hair spilled out just like root beer. She popped her gum and she arched her back. She said, buddy, Marysville ain't nothing but a wide spot in the road. Some nights my heart pounds like thunder, and I don't know why I don't explode. Everybody in this stinking town has got one foot in the grave. And I'm gonna take my chances with you tonight. Take me all the way to Permachane. I said, well, honey, That's cool. See, Presley's what I go by. Why don't you change the stations and we can count the grain elevators in the rearview mirror? She said, mister, anywhere you point this thing, it's gotta beat the hell out of the sting. 'Cause every night I go to bed and all my dreams die right here every morning. So you can drill me a hole with that barber pole. 'Cause I'm jumping my parole just like a fugitive tonight. Why don't you have another swig and pass that car if you think you're brave enough? We can get there before the sun comes up. I'd burn me safe. Spiderweb crack, the Mustang screamed, and the smoke from the tires, and the twisted machine. Man, when all you got's a nickel's worth of dreams, someone's bound to swindle them from you on the way to promise shame. So you let the sun hit the derrick and cast a bat-winged shadow up against the car door on the shotgun side. And baby, when they pull you out from the wreck, you still had on your shades. And they say dreams are growing wild every night. Just this side of a little town I know called Permasafe. The filling station's closing up now. Only a few cars left going by. And there's another young girl up against the Coke machine with a thumb out. She's on her way to Permasafe. Your mama is good looking. Mama's good looking, so hush little baby, don't you cry, don't you cry, don't you cry, don't you cry, don't you cry. 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 Song about growing up. I grew up a street called Kentucky Avenue. Oh man. Well, I was born at a very young age. When I was about 5 years old, I used to walk down Kentucky Avenue collecting cigarette butts. And I finally got me a paper route. used to get up at 1 o'clock in the morning so I could deliver my papers and still have time to break the law. I remember that Eddie Grace's Buick had 4 bullet holes in the side, and Charlie Delisle was sitting at the top of an avocado tree. Mrs. Storm would stab you with a steak knife. You step on her lawn. I got a half a pack of Lucky Strikes, then come along with me. Oh, fill our pockets with macadamia nuts. Go over to Bobby Goodmanson's and jump off the roof. With Hilda, she played strip poker while her mom was across the street. Joey Novinsky, he said she put her tongue in his mouth, and Dickie Faulkner got a switchblade, and some gooseneck risers. That eucalyptus is a hunchback, it's a wind out from the south. So let me tie you up with kite string, I'll show you the scabs on my knee. Watch out for the broken glass. Put your shoes and socks on and come along with me. We'll follow that fire truck. I think your house is burning down. Go down in the hobo jungle and kill some rattlesnakes with a trowel. And we'll break all the windows in the old Anderson place, and I'll steal a bunch of boys and bears, and I'll smear them on your face, and I'll steal $1 from my mama's purse, buy you that skull and crossbones ring you can wear around your neck. An old piece of string, then we'll spit it on Ronnie Arnold, flipping a bird. We'll slash the tires on the school bus. Now don't say a word. Take the spokes from your wheelchair and the magpie's wings, and I'll tie them to your shoulders and your feet. I'll steal a hacksaw from my dad and cut the braces off your legs, and we'll bury them tonight out in the cornfield. Just put a church key in your pocket, we'll hop that freight train in the hall. We'll slide all the way down the drain to New Orleans in the fall. small change got rained on with his own 38. And then nobody flinched down by the arcade. Man, the Marquis weren't weeping. They went stark raving mad. And the cabbies were the only ones that really had it made. And his cold trousers were twisted. And the siren was high and shrill. And crumpled in his fist was a $5 bill. But the dreams ain't broken down here, man. They're walking with a limp. These night that small change got rained on. It was all 38. Ah, nobody flinched down by the arcade. The burglar alarm has been disconnected. And all the newsmen, you can hear them rattle. And the cops, they're telling jokes about some whorehouse in Seattle. The fire hydrant pleads the Fifth Amendment. And the furniture's bargains galore. And the blood is by the jukebox on an old linoleum floor. But you see, there was this hot rain on 42nd Street. And the umbrellas, they ain't got a chance. And the newsboy is just a lunatic. He got a stains on his pants. And small change got rained on with its own 38. Yeah. But ain't nobody gone over to close his eyes. And there's a racing form in his pocket. Circle blue boots in the third. And the cashier at the clothing store. Well, the cat wouldn't breathe a word. And I heard the siren tear the night in half. And someone lost his wallet. It's surveillance of assailants. That's what you want to call it. And all the whores they smear on Revlon. And they all look just like Jane Meadows. And they hike up his skirts. And they fish for drugstore prophylactics. And the mouths are cut like razor blades. And the eyes are like stilettos. And the radiator's steaming. And the teeth are in a wreck. No, she won't let you kiss her. You say, big spender. Hey, big spender. I say, big spender. Why don't you spend a little time with me? Man, what the hell do you expect? Didn't you hear that small change got rained on? With his own 38. And a fistful of dollars will never change that. And someone copped his watch fob. And someone got his ring. And the newsboy got his pork pie, Stetson hat. Yeah. You know, and the tuberculosis old men down at the Nelson, they wheeze and they cough. You know. And for this little cat, tonight, there will be no more nursery rhymes. There will be no more overcoats. And most of all, there will be no more dreams. someone's hosing down the sidewalk, and the cat's only in his teens, and Small Change got rained on with his old 38. Yeah. Can't you hear him wheezing? Can't you hear him cough? Well, I know that someone will head south until this whole thing cools off. The Small Change got rained on with his old 38. Small Change got rained on with his own 38.
You know, there were Nighthawks at the diner. A little joint called Emma's 49er, with a rendezvous of strangers around the coffee urn tonight, and all the gypsy hacks, and now the insomniacs. And the paper's been read, as the waitress said. Eggs and sausage and a side of toast. A coffee and a roll and a hash browns over easy and some chili in a bowl with burgers and fries. Now what kind of pie? Now you see, in this graveyard charade, well, it was kind of a late shift masquerade with 2 for a quarter and it's a dime for a dance with Woolworth rhinestone diamond earrings and a sideways glance. And as the register rings, well, the waitress sings. Eggs and sausage and a side of toast. A coffee and a roll and a hash browns over easy and some chili in the bowl with burgers and fries. Now what kind of pie? Now you see, the classified section, well, it offered no direction. And it was cold caffeine in a nicotine cloud. And as the touch of your fingers continues to linger burning in my memory, well, I've been 86 from your scheme, and I'm in this melodramatic nocturnal scene, kind of a refugee from a disconcerted affair at the end of an emotional cul-de-sac. And as the lead pipe morning falls, waitress calls. Eggs and sausage and a side of toast. With coffee and a roll and a hash browns over easy and some chili in the bowl. Burgers and fries. Now what kind of pie? A la mode, if you will. I just come in to join the crowd. Having some time to kill. Nothing else to do, just come in to join the crowd. Having some time to kill. Nothing else to do, just come in to join the crowd. Having some time to kill. I got a refill on this coffee, partner. Well, let's see here. There's a little, another kind of travelogue about Stanfield, Arizona on a sweltering sort of afternoon at the end of a dirt cul-de-sac by Interstate US 80. There's this little condominium down there called Muñeca Arms, and Irene Sorensen sits there pensively, and she got her feet propped up on a big stack of baskets. She's an Overdrive magazine there, you know. And you don't have to laugh at these, Kenny. You're being paid, that's right. You have to laugh at these. So this is it's one of those strange afternoons, and the sky turns the color of Pepto-Bismol, and it's a weird sort of arrangement, and you got feet propped up. It's a Masonite coffee table, and there's several scorched out Newport butts in a stolen LeBaron Hotel ashtray, and the porcelain poodles are scowling at you from the knick-knack shelf, and the glass swans ain't too crazy about you either. Busted Philco over there, and Days of Our Lives, and How to Save a Marriage. And it's kind of putting the vice grips on your mental health as you attempt to forge something out of the whole scene. This is a truck driving ballad. It's called Semi-Sweet. Hit those diesels rolling and those Friday nights out bowling. When it's all for a 12-hour lay overnight, you wish you had $1 for every time you hollered that it's gonna be leaving and it's never coming back. But the curtain lace will billow and the head's on your pillow, and the trousers can't bust them, well, they're hanging off of the chair, flying through your pain. You go on and tell him he's your man, and now you ain't got the courage to leave. That's on his mind. You're the only one he's ever gonna find. It's kind of special. You understand his complicated soul, but the only place a man can breathe and collect his thoughts. You know it's midnight. It's midnight as he's flying away on the road. Honey, you packed and unpacked so many times you lost track. Now the steam heat is driven off the walls. But when you hear his engine looking through the window in the kitchen, baby, and you know you're always gonna be there when he calls. Cause he's a truck driving man, gonna have to be stopping him when he can. Cause he's a truck driving man, he's gonna have to be stopping him when he can. That was Kenny Soderblom on alto, and that was Mr. Jim Atlas on upright bass. Pulling on your coat about something here, about driving in the rain. Driving in the rain with no wipers, with the whispering brushes of wet radials on wet pavement, blazing a taillight trail. You ain't got no spare and you ain't got no jacket. You don't give a shit cause you're never coming back, Christ. I said cancel on those economy automobiles, driving around in the fetal position. I said, Christ, give me something where I can stretch out my legs with a bottle of Vicks Formula 44 coming by. So all I'm talking about is driving in the rain. Those little suckers that beat up on your windshield. And I call them diamonds on the windshield. Tears from heaven. And right now be pulling into town on the interstate, talking about a steel train in the rain. And as the wind bites my cheek through the wings, these late nights, freeway flying always make me sing. I got a duster's trying to change my tune, and he's a pulling up fast on the right, and he's rolling restlessly by a 24-hour moon. I got a Wisconsin hiker with the cue ball ahead, and he's a wishing he's home in a Wisconsin bed. 15 feet of snow in the east, man. Well, his ass. I said it's colder than a ticket taker's smile. You know, it's cold enough to freeze up balls right out of a brass monkey. I said it's colder than a gut-shot bitch wolf dog with 9-second pups. She's pulling a number 4 trap up a hill in the dead of winter in the middle of a snowstorm with a mouthful of porcupine quill. Now it's Oceanside, it's ending the ride. St. Clement is coming up, and them Sunday desperados slipping by cruising with a dry pack. I got an orange driving and a neon pill, and that theater's filling to the brim. Talk about slave girls and hot spur with bucket full of sin, and the metropolitan area, interchanging connections. And fly-by nights from Riverside, and out-of-state plates are on the little lake. Now the sailors jockey for the fast lane. 101 don't miss it. Got rolling hills, the concrete fields, that broken lines ain't mine. Cause the 8's going east and the 5's are going north, and the merchant nexus crazy all back and forth. The sea sign, cross the line, sing with the blink. Cause that radio's gone on for years, won't give you time to think. Hearing the rumble, ladies, you be fumbling for a cigarette. blaze on through that midnight jungle. Remember someone you can't forget. One more block, that engine's talking, whispering a home at last. It is Jackson, I said it's one more block, and the engine's talking, whispering a home at last. I got diamonds on my windshield and them tears from heaven. And right now I'll be pulling into town on the interstate and talking about a steel, it's raining in the rain. And as the wind bites my cheek to the ring, it's late and nice. Freeway flying always make me sing. Yeah, it's late and nice. Freeway flying always make me sing. Sit late and nice and this freeway flying always make me sing. I said I got an overhead cam and glass packs now, so park that sucker. These something about Denver, Colorado, and it's down on around 17th and Walls Street, a provocative little boulevard, and down there most nights, if you're out at the right time, the cat named his name is Metropolitan, twice as nice, crying in the streets, Chucky Weiss. He come highballing by in this, man, I don't know what he's driving now. He had a Subaru then. I think he invested in a luxury automobile since. There's this little place called Dollar Bills, Easy Autos. And, you know, just typical sort of, crooked car salesman, all dressed up in those seersucker Saturday evening cranberry accoutrement ensembles, and hell, well, they're crooked, that goes without saying. I'll screw them in the ground somewhere, someday, I don't know. So this is about a kind of a banana moon in a fruit salad sky. Tight, slack-clad girls on the graveyard shift and beating the cement stroll and catch the midnight drift. And cigar-chewing Charlies in their newspaper nests, grifting a hot horse tips on who's running the best. And I've been blinded by the neon. Don't try to change my tune, cause I thought I heard a saxophone and drunk on the moon. And the moon's a silver slipper, pouring champagne stars, and Broadway's like a serpent pulling shiny top-down cars, and Larimer is teeming with that undulated beat as some Bonneville is screaming its way wildly down the street. Well, you see, I'm blinded by the neon. Don't try and change my tune, 'cause I thought I heard a saxophone. I'm drunk on the moon. sputtering race, and the moon's on the wane, and tarts mutter their dream hopes that the night will ordain. And come schemers and dancers and cherry delight as a Cleveland-bound greyhound is cutting through the night. Well, you see, I hawked all my yesterdays. Don't try and change my tune, 'cause I thought I heard a saxophone. I'm drunk on the moon. And a little tune here about bachelorhoodism. Sooner or later, I guarantee you'll find somebody that will severely run you up the rack and change your oil and pull your transmission and all that. In the meantime, this is dedicated to all the bachelors here this evening. I know you're out there. There's very little else to do on a night such as this. This is dedicated to a girl I know. She's been married several times. She's been married so many times she got rice marks all over her face. Come on, let's pick up the laughter out there, for Christ's sakes. We're on the air. All my friends are married, every Tom and Dick and Harry. Must be strong if it'll go it alone. Here's to the bachelors and the Bowery bums, and those who feel that they're the ones that are better off without a wife. 'Cause I've been sleeping until the crack of noon, midnight howling at the moon, going out when I want to, coming home when I please. And I don't have to ask permission if I want to go out fishing. And man, I never have to ask for the keys, no. Well, you know, I never been no Valentino or anything. I had a girl live in Reno. Went and left me for a trumpet player, but Christ, it didn't get me down. 'Cause he was wanted for assault, and though he said it weren't his fault, well, the coppers rode that sucker right out of town. And I've been sleeping until the crack of noon. Now at midnight howling at the moon. Now I've been going out when I want to, and coming home when I please. Now I don't have to ask permission if I want to go out fishing. Man, I never have to ask for the keys, no. Well, you see, I'm kind of selfish about my privacy. Now, as long as I can be with me, most of the time, the both of us get along so well, I can't even believe it. But I love it, chew the fat with folks. And I've been listening to all your dirty jokes, and I'm so thankful for these friends I do receive. That I like I sleep until the crack of noon. Now at midnight howling at the moon. And I be going out when I want to, and coming home when I please. And I don't have to ask permission if I want to go out fishing. And I never have to ask for the keys, no. No, I never have to ask for the keys.
Say, Sally, it was just the other night. Just the other night, there was
Kind of a blurred drizzle down the plate glass window. The neon swivel stick was stirring up the sultry night air. And the yellow biscuit of a kind of a buttery cue ball moon was rolling maverick across an obsidian sky. As the buses went groaning and wheezing, down on the corner, I was freezing on a restless boulevard at a midnight road. I was across town from Easy Street. The tight knots of moviegoers and out-of-towners, on a stroll with the buildings towering high above, lit like dominoes or black dice. With used car salesmen, all dressed up in Purina checkerboard slacks and Foster Grant wraparounds, man, they were pacing in front of Rainbow Earlshire $39.95 merchandise just like Parkers at a shooting gallery. Throwing out some kind of a Texas gleaning routine, or they give you that P.T. Barnum spiel, you know? Like there's a sucker born every minute, buddy. You just happen to be coming along at the right time. And they get all dressed up in those kind of serious seersucker Saturday evening cranberry accoutrement ensembles as all the harlequin sailors are on the stroll. In search of like new paint, decent factory air, and AM/FM dreams. With all the bastard amber yellow cabs and stacked up in the taxi zones, waiting like pinball machines to be taken off a joyride to some kind of a magical place. With the waiting in line just like truckers' welcome diners with dirt lots full of Peterbilts and Kenworths and Jimmys and the like. And they're highballing with bankrupt brakes. They're overdriven and they're underpaid and they're overfed and a day late and a dollar short. But Christ, I got my lips around the bottle, I got my foot on the throttle, I'm standing on the corner. Standing on the corner, man, I'm just like a just got in town Jasper on a street corner with a Gasper. Got myself some kind of a Cheshire billboard grin, stroking a goatee chin. I'm using parking meters as walking sticks, kind of on the inebriated stroll, you understand? With my eyelids propped open at half-mast, but over a Chubb's Pool and Snooker. It was a nickel after 2. Yeah, it was a nickel after 2, and in the cobalt steel blue dream smoke, why, it was the radio that groaned out the hit parade. As the chalk squeaked and the floorboards creaked and an Olympia sign winked through a torn yellow shade, as old Jack Chance himself, leaning up against a Wurlitzer and eyeballing out a 5-ball combination shot. 5-ball combination shot, man. Possible, you'd say, perhaps beyond the realm of possibility? Nah. Because he'd be stretching out those long, tawny fingers. He's out across a cool green felt with a provocative golden gate and a full table rail shot that's no sweat. As I lean up against my banister and wander over to the Wurlitzer and punch A2. That's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April and you're seriously shot down in May. Yeah, but I know I'm going to change that tune when I'm underneath kind of a stray dog moon in a tenderloin sky. Yeah, and as the L train comes tumbling across the trestles, sounding like the ghost of Gene Krupa with an overhead cam and glass packs. Yeah, and the sun came crawling yellow out of a manhole at the foot of 23rd Street as a Dracula moon in a black disguise was making its way back to its prepaid room at the St. Moritz Hotel. And the whispering brushes of wet radials on wet pavement, man, there's a traffic jam session on Belmont tonight. Yeah. You see, I continue to lean up against my banister. And I've been looking for some kind of an emotional investment with romantic dividends. Kind of a physical negotiation is underway, you understand. It's something compounded nightly as I attempt to consolidate all my missed weekly rendezvous into one low monthly payment. But the chances are that more than likely I'll be held over for another smashed weekend. That's 206, Sally.
Good night.
Now, this is a song about Saturday night. Call yourself up on the phone. It's very simple. Saturday rolls around, you need a date. Call yourself up, you're always gonna be around. And you ask yourself out, and you ain't no fool, you're always gonna say yes. And I always take myself to class joints, I ain't cheap or anything. I go down to get a little dinner at the Victoria Cafe. Strange looking little patty melt there. Walk out of there with enough gas to open up a Shell station most nights. And I had this damn, I had it's called a veal cutlet sandwich. Gravy's extra. Cup of coffee, veal cutlet sandwich. Got up, walked off my damn plate all the way down to the end of the bar and come back and try to beat the shit out of my cup of coffee. The coffee wasn't strong enough to defend itself. So it was a fascinating evening. So I drove myself home and take a scenic route and park in front of the house and just kind of dawdle for a while, get some smooth music on FM. Slide in close to yourself, whisper something in your ear like, I like your style. And then, those earrings from Woolworths or what? Fascinating perfume you have on tonight, that must be. Take yourself up to the door and you say, being a bona fide high voltage bachelor, you end up taking advantage of yourself. See? No way around it. I ain't weird or anything. I don't tie myself up first. I just ease into it, real casual like. Hey, gas for up and you get on behind the wheel. Now you got your arm around your sweet one, your Oldsmobile. You're barreling down the boulevard and looking for the heart of Saturday night. You got paid on Friday, your pockets are jingling. Now that you see the lights and you get all tingling 'cause you're cruising with a six. And looking for the heart of Saturday night. And that comb in your hair, you're shaving your face, you're trying to wipe out every trace of all the other days. In a week, this will be the Saturday, you're reaching your peak, you're stopping on the red, and you're going on the green. Now tonight will be like nothing, man, you've ever seen. It finds you barreling down the boulevard, looking for the heart of Saturday night. Tell me, is it the crack of the pool ball, that neon buzzing? Is it the telephone ringing at your second cousin? The barmaid as she's smiling from the corner of her eye. The magic of the melancholy tear in your eye that makes it kind of special. It's down in the cold. You've been dreaming of them Saturdays that came before they found you stumbling onto the heart of Saturday night. You cast her up behind the wheel with your arm around your sweet one, your Oldsmobile. Barreling down the boulevard and looking for the heart of Saturday night. Tell me, is it the crack of the pool balls, that neon buzzing? Is it the telephone ringing at your second cousin? Or the barmaid as she's smiling in the corner of her eye? The
magic or the melancholy tear in your eye that makes it kind of special. It's down in the cold, you'll be dreaming of them Saturdays that came before they found you stumbling onto the heart of Saturday night. You're stumbling on the heart of Saturday night. Never saw the morning till I stayed up all night. Never saw your sunshine till you turned out the light. Never saw my hometown till I stayed away too long. I never heard the melody till I needed the song. Never saw the white line until I was leaving you behind. I never knew I needed you until I was caught up in a bind. Never spoke I love you till I cursed you in vain. I never felt my heartstrings until I nearly went insane. I never saw the East Coast until I moved to the West. I never saw the moonlight until it shone off of your breast. I never saw your heart till someone tried to steal it away. And I never saw your tears until I rolled down your face. Never saw the morning till I stayed up all night. I never saw your sunshine till you turned out your love light, baby. I never saw my hometown till I stayed away too long. And I never heard the melody till I needed the song.